Okay guys, so we just picked up this '06 MazdaSpeed 6. Got it for $4,200. We tried to negotiate $4,000, but I had to sweeten the deal a little bit just to make it happen. Super well maintained car. The second owner kept maintenance logs all the way from 40,000 miles. This car currently has 125,000 miles on it. It's had a little bit of New Jersey road exposure back in the day prior to 2008 and caused a little bubble up here, but we're going to be refurbishing the whole car. And if you just want to do a walk around, check it out. Super nice, super fun car to drive. All-wheel drive, 2.3 turbo, 6-speed manual. We already detailed the car pretty good. It needs some more exterior refurbishing. Both bumpers need to be refinished, and it needs a little bit of PDR. It could use a clay bar and wax or ceramic coat. I refinished the headlights already, and my beautiful fiance already detailed the interior. It was full of beach sand and just grime. It's all the plastics soaked up the dressings really well. We pulled the wheels off, cleaned them inside and out. They have a lot of corrosion on the inside of the barrel, and the paint started flaking off, but we're going to address all that later. Today I'm just kind of doing an overview and going to show you what the car looked like prior to the work we did to it. It's not super clean right now, and like I said, it has a lot of little bubble up we have to address at all four corners. Today, a little bit later, we're going to do another video on doing the valve cover gasket. This car also had a torn transmission mount, which I have a AWR used one on the way off of eBay, so I got it pretty cheap, like 70 bucks with shipping. And we're in Hawaii, so shipping is an issue. It's a slow process. We got the Sport Edition here, so it doesn't have the leather or the sunroof. We have cloth seats. No extra weight with the glass sunroof up top, a little bit lower center of gravity, but it still has a Bose sound system. The seats are pretty comfortable. They're not Recaros, but you don't really notice. And I haven't done any real spirited driving in this car yet, just because it's an older car and some things need to be addressed, like oil leaks. It has a little bit of shimmy when you brake, so I have SP Performance slotted rotors on the way also. But like I said, parts are gonna be here in about a week. I'm gonna pop the hood too while she finishes giving it a tour. There's our valve cover gasket. Brand new going in, O'Reilly's Felpro. So this car has a Cobb AP2 tuner on it already, and then it came with the Sure Performance cold air induction and rear motor mount, the dog bone rear motor mount, which I haven't seen. But what we're gonna do today in a little bit on another video is put on the new valve cover gasket, and while we have the aluminum intercooler off and the valve cover off, we're gonna clean and polish those parts, and Marcel will be taking care of the sanding and polishing on those while I'm cleaning all the seepage around the engine from the oil. You want to get a close-up of the engine bay. You can kind of see some of the salt exposure on the strut mounts up here, so we'll be refinishing these over time. Here, and then the subframe has some corrosion. I've already sprayed a little bit of penetrating oil to try to stop that stuff, but when I'm in doing the transmission mount, which is under the battery, and also the pivot shaft seal is bad too, so I'm going to do that, or the new seal and the breather for the pivot shaft from the dealership, and do that at the same time as the transmission mount. Anyways, the battery and the battery will have to come out with the battery tray, the cold air intake, and then the fuse panel has to be, or the fuse box has to be loosened up. But cool car. we've been wanting to do a YouTube channel for a long time. I've done a couple STIs. I got several Subarus back on the mainland and a bunch of first gen Cummins turbo diesel trucks, Dodge 1 tons and 3/4 tons. So, and a couple Grand Nationals too. So we'll bring you all this content over time with your support, of course. And I'll go ahead and let's see, there's a forged blow-off valve on this vehicle too. I forgot to mention the trunk is full of extra parts that came with the car.
Yeah.
Super good deal.